Yo, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about prints and how to make beautiful, high quality prints. This has taken me years to master and quite a bit of money, but I am really happy with the results and the place I'm at. And I want to share it with y'all and help other artists do the same and hopefully save you a lot of time and money. So I'm going to show you the prints I have for these two pieces here. Here is one of them. These are the originals. These are the originals on canvas. They're done in mixed media. And let me show you the prints, and then I'm gonna tell you how I got there. So I have two different sizes. This is the larger size. You can see the image is pretty crisp. The colors are vibrant, but not overly vibrant. Here's a smaller version. This is 8 by 10. The larger one is 11 by 14. I highly recommend these sizes. They are very easy to find frames for. They're pretty standard and people seem to like them a lot. I make most of my money off of print sales, so as much as I love making originals, prints are so crucial, and I mean the more originals you make, the more options you'll have for prints. Here is my 11 by 14 for my other piece, and just so you guys know, the colors are much more vibrant in person. You know, doing a video on your phone kills some of the color, but you can see again the image is quite crisp and the colors are very accurate to the original. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your painting is finished, it's completely dry, and then it is debatable on whether you should photograph them varnished or photograph them before you varnish. Personally, I like to varnish mine. I think it makes the color richer. I think it makes the whole painting cleaner and more vibrant. And if you are painting with a medium, sometimes you'll have areas of the painting that are glossy, sometimes you'll have areas of painting that are matte. So once you varnish it, everything will be the same sheen, which I think is ideal for those prints. So the first thing I would do is sign and varnish your piece. If you're signing with oil paint or an oil marker, these are finished in oil, you want to make sure it's completely dry before you varnish. With oil, I like to wait as long as possible before varnishing because oil paint cures, meaning it dries from bottom up and not like surface down like acrylic might. So I would be mindful of that. Make sure your painting is completely dry. The instructions on like a varnish bottle typically say 6 months. That's not always doable, especially if you're doing a commission and they want it within a month or two. I try to wait 4 to 6 weeks if I can. Let a painting completely dry and then go ahead and varnish it. If you are in a pinch and you're like, I have 2 weeks to let this painting dry, I highly recommend spray varnish. So this is the spray varnish I use if you're painting in oil and mixed media, combination of acrylic and oil, then you're gonna want to get this if you want to spray varnish. Winsor & Newton makes another varnish with like a green label, but that is not safe for oil. So this says specifically on here protects oil and acrylic paintings, so make sure you're getting the right one if you're doing spray. Typically smaller pieces, lower end stuff, I just do the spray. It's quicker, it's easier, whatever. If I'm doing a larger piece but I am on a deadline and they want it within whatever, a month, 2 months, then sometimes I will still do the spray and just do a few coats. I highly recommend doing a few coats either way, whether you're doing liquid or spray. And then once that is done, actually let me show you the liquid varnish I use. If I have any, I believe it's Winsor & Newton too. Yes. So here is the liquid. This is, it says oil color on it, but I find it works great on mixed media. I think the biggest thing is to make sure that it's safe for oil, because almost anything probably works for acrylic. So once your painting is varnished and dry, it's not tacky, and you did 2 to 3 to 4 coats. Some artists will do like 4, 5, 6 coats of varnish. I typically do 2 to 3 and feel like that's fine. Maybe 4 if it's a piece I really love and it's larger and it's going to a show where it has a chance of like maybe getting scuffed up, you know? So being mindful of where you're selling it and how you're selling it will help you decide how many layers you want to varnish. Then once your piece is varnished, you're gonna wait for a day that is partly cloudy, but you have some sunshine. If this is hard for you, then I would just, if you're in an area where it's very cloudy most of the time, I would just pick the sunniest day you can and go out there, and gonna go outside, you're gonna take your painting and you're going to take photographs with your iPhone. This is how I do it. With your iPhone in indirect sunlight. So you wanna make sure the sun is hitting it, but it's not straight on. So it's gonna be super saturated or there's a glare. And you also wanna make sure it's not completely in the shade. So take your painting outside, indirect sunlight. If you're unsure of what indirect sunlight really looks like, I would highly recommend taking a lot of pictures. And you wanna make sure in your phone screen, you can see the painting is as flat as possible, so it's not tilted at a weird angle. You wanna make sure there's not a million little glare spots on there, especially for a darker piece. If you have a dark painting, there's gonna be more glare, there's gonna be more contrast, they're a little bit harder to capture. You can definitely still do it, but you really wanna make sure it is a partly cloudy day and indirect sunlight. And what I like to do is like 3 to 5 angles that I think look really good on my camera or on my phone. And then take like 5, 6 pictures at each angle. Once you're done, you can look through your pictures, make sure they look beautiful, make sure they look nice, and then this is the secret. You're gonna download an app called Photomator. If you are experienced with Photoshop, you can probably do this in Photoshop, no problem. Photomator is really great because it's super user-friendly. I do believe it's like, there is a fee. I think it's either $5 a month or I think you can pay like $40 for the year. It might be different than that, but it should be somewhere around there. And Photomator will allow you to edit the color. It'll allow you to fix any blemishes. It will allow you to up the resolution. That is the most important part with prints. You need a high-res image to print out, whether you have your own printer, whether you're printing locally, whether you're doing print on demand, you need a high-res pic. So inside of Photomator, I'm gonna do a little screen recording here and show you what to do, but there is like a menu or a settings option in the top right corner. You're gonna click that, and then there's gonna be an option called super resolution. You're gonna click that and it's going to count from 0% to 100%. And then the image will then be high res. And then you can export it, and they have like PDF, they have all sorts of options. So then you can export it in the file that you think will be best. PDFs are usually good. JPEGs are decent. I can't remember exactly what I usually do, but ask your printer. So, or you can just Google it, honestly. But look up whatever format is best for art prints or like printing posters, same type of deal. And then you're gonna wanna go with that format, export it, and you will have a beautiful high-res image that you're ready to print. Just a reminder that in Photomator, you can fix little blemishes. They have a little icon for a Band-Aid. So if you do have glare spots, you can kind of just click on those glare spots, go through your photo, and you can clean it up. They also have like temperature for your color if your painting looks warmer than it does in real life. I highly recommend sitting the original next to you while you're editing, and any color matching or tinting you're doing to your photo, you try to get it as close to the original as possible. But overall, the most important thing is that it looks like a beautiful image. It doesn't have to look exactly like the original, as long as it looks good to you. And then if you are doing local, which I highly recommend, you're going to go on Google or talk to your friends, find a good local printer, check out the reviews, make sure they're good, contact them, let them know you want to do some art prints, let them know you want to do a sample order, or ask if you can do a sample order. And if they are happy to work with you, they will do a sample order for you. You can print out one of each image to see how they look, and then if you need to do any more color tweaking from there, you can, and then you can put in your actual order. This is how I do it for the most part. There is also print on demand options or having your own printer. I don't have my own printer, so I don't know a ton about that, but I know it is a really great option once you have consistent sales and you are printing a lot. Then it might be worth it to invest in a printer. I would look at a lot of reviews, and I would pick a high quality printer off the bat instead of spending $600-800 instead of just spending like $1,200-1,500 and just getting the better option. If you are printing through print on demand, I recommend Printful. Printful has a million different products. They have nice quality paper for fine art prints. They have, it's called like their poster print paper. They have gloss or matte options. I always do gloss. Sorry, there's a train passing. I personally like to have a glossy finish on my prints. I want them to be like shiny and beautiful and glossy. A lot of other people do matte prints, so it's totally up to you. It's something you can play around with, but if you're doing print on demand, I recommend Printful, their gloss prints, and you can connect that directly to your website or your Etsy shop, and then that is residual income. Once it's set up, you won't have to ship it. All you have to do is you'll get a notification on your phone or through your website or Etsy that someone made a purchase. You will hit like confirm or accept or fulfill order. That's what it is. And then once that is clicked, the print on demand company will print it, package it, and ship it for you. So that's a really great option if you want a stream of income that you're not super responsible for maintaining. And there you go. And then I highly recommend sleeves and cardboard backing. And I use clearbags.com. I also get my bags there. They have great cardboard backing, lots of different options. You can order your bags online, and then you have everything you need to start selling prints. You can start doing markets, you can sell on your Instagram, your website, whatever you'd like. But that is the key. Photomator, make sure you use that. Super resolution. That's how you get a beautiful high quality image in direct sunlight with your iPhone camera. Android users, I don't know. You can try it out. I don't know. I can only speak for iPhone. I know it works. All right. That's all for today. Thank you guys so much, and let me know if you liked this. It's a little more technical and practical. I am going to lean more into mindset and like motivation type stuff, but this is essential information, and if I could have just found this online when I was starting, it would have been a game changer. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Send this to an artist you know who needs art prints, and comment and let me know what you think. Thanks so much. Love you all. See you next time.